Hey, what's going on, you guys? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. I hope you all are doing well, guys. Today, what I want to talk about is in honor of the Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion sale that kicked off last Friday. What I decided what I wanted to do is I'm going to give you guys 10 recommendations. These are 10 films that I think pretty much everyone should own, and I think there's something in here for everybody. If you're new to Criterion, or if you've been a Criterion collector for a while, if you have been, you probably have most of these, but hey, maybe there's something in here you see that you're like, you know what, I don't have that and I need to grab that. And of course, right now is the perfect time to pick up these titles. At most they're like, I think Nightmare Alley is like $30 right now, at least for the single releases. When you get into the bigger releases like the Wes Anderson collection and stuff like that, then you're going to be spending obviously more, but it is still 50% off. So, and of course, I'm going to link both the Barnes & Noble links and the Amazon links for these. The reason I'm putting the Amazon links in there is because some of you, like me, Barnes & Noble is not really near you. I think my closest one is an hour away. So I try to go into the stores to pick them up, but sometimes that's just not feasible. So Amazon does honor the 50% off Criterion sale. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I actually have an honorable mention for you guys. And it is this one right here. We are going to be talking about WALL-E. Now this, to my knowledge, is really the only like Disney branded film in the Criterion collection, which is surprising because you guys know how Disney handles their stuff. But this isn't just Disney, this is Pixar, so maybe that has something to do with it, even though Disney owns Pixar. Anyways, awesome animated film. I'm sure most of you guys have seen this iconic film. And this release from Criterion is great. Now, this does come in their Digipack release. Comes with a lot of cool stuff in here. I mean, the artwork alone, I think, is just great. And what's really great about this film is this film's literally for everyone, even kids. And if for you guys who like special features, I mean, you're getting some new interviews, new like featurettes. You're getting a documentary in here called The Pixar Story. You're getting short films. I mean, the list of special features that you're getting this is quite extensive, which is really cool. Especially if you're a Disney fan like I am. So that's my honorable mention. So we're going to call this the number 11, I guess, is going to be WALL-E. All right, guys. So these 10 right here, they're not in really any particular order. I tried to kind of organize them from like easy watch all the way to it's going to challenge you to watch it. Some of you guys might disagree, but anyways, regardless. So for number 10, if you've got a classic film, Tom Cruise, we have got Risky Business. Now this 4K looks great. Really enjoyed this release. And at $25, I mean, come on guys, this is an excellent pickup from Criterion. As far as special features goes, you are getting some new stuff, new interviews. You're getting a new conversation between the editor and a film historian. A couple of other archival interviews, some featurettes and stuff. This does come with Dolby Vision and all that fun stuff. There's all the special features on there too. And if you guys are wondering, you can see a weird glare. I put I put protectors on I try to do them on all my boutique labels, and these are from Malco cases. Definitely check them out. Awesome product and awesome guys over there. But anyways, my number 10 pick, we've got Risky Business. Number 9. Now, this is the new 4K that just came out. There was a Blu-ray prior to this, which I did have the Blu-ray. I love this film so much that I went ahead and upgraded it to the 4K over the weekend. And we have got this John Hughes film, The Breakfast Club. Another amazing film. The film takes place in one day in detention, and you get to learn about each of these characters. They're all different, but how they all come together. It's such a great character study film, and the little hijinks they get into. This film is so quotable. There's a reason this film is a classic, and John Hughes, just an amazing director. Almost every film that he has out there is a hit, just about. So, new 4K from Criterion. I haven't checked out this 4K yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great. You're getting Dolby Vision with this. As far as special features and everything, I don't believe there's really anything new as opposed to the Blu-ray. I believe from reading on here, it looks like it's all just the same stuff, just ported over, except you're getting 4K, Dolby Vision, and all that stuff. But what's really cool with this is you're also getting the Blu-ray in here, so you're getting the 4K and the Blu-ray, which is nice. There's all the special features right there, guys. So anyways, there is my number 9 pick. We have got The Breakfast Club. Number 8, we have this film from Ridley Scott, and we have got Thelma and Louise. Now, I have heard about this film, obviously, for a long time, and I had never seen it until I picked up this Criterion release, and man, I fell in love with this movie. You got these two best friends trying to seek adventure, and they get themselves into trouble, start running from the law, and it's just a great story. Just about these two women just letting go and being free. And it's a hilarious movie. There's a tough scene in here where it's kind of the turning point of the film. And man, Ridley Scott directs the hell out of this. And Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis, the icons in their own right, and put them together in this film, legendary. So there is my number 8 pick. We have got Thelma and Louise. Guys, moving on to number 7. This one came out, I believe it was last year or earlier this year. I can't remember. The times and dates just like blending for me, especially as of late. This is a film from the Coen brothers, and we have got No Country for Old Men. And this is one of my absolute favorite Criterion releases. And I think this film is a masterpiece, especially if you're a big audiophile or big into sound design and stuff. This film really stands out in that aspect. No music really, but the sound design and the Foley work that they did for this is great. Of course, the scene where Javier Bardem goes into the gas station little corner market with actor Gene Jones, and he does the whole flip the coin and the whole interaction they have. The audio and sound design in there is so well done. Even the little wrapper, when he drops it onto the countertop, you can hear it as it opens up, the little kind of the crinkling of the plastic. Just little things like that I love about this film. And that's why this is going to be my number 7 pick for my 10 Criterion recommendations. We have got No Country for Old Men. Moving on to number 6. This is a Martin Scorsese film. And this one is not... it wasn't what I expected when I first saw it. Knowing Martin Scorsese and the type of films that he does. But we have got his film After Hours. This film is hilarious, and I think the story and the concept of the film is hilarious in and of itself. He basically is just trying to get home, and one thing after another happens, and he just can't get out of sticky situations. And Griffin Dunne right here does such a great job in this movie. And, like I said, I was not expecting this kind of film from Martin Scorsese, but hey, he did a great job with this. This is another 4K from Criterion. In this, you are getting some new special features, one with Martin Scorsese himself. Some audio commentaries are in there. There's a documentary about the making of the film. You're getting new featurettes in here. So this is a pretty extensive release, I must say, from Criterion. Did a great job with this. That is going to be my number 6 pick. We have got After Hours. Guys, number 5, we are going to dip our toe into some horror. Yes, Criterion does have some horror releases, and they have some great ones. And this is probably their most iconic horror title they own, or have in their collection, I should say. But we have got the original George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. This film, I absolutely love this film. It is such a... it's kind of what started the modern zombie that we know and love, the undead. Because before, it was kind of the voodoo, living dead in a way. This one is straight, these people are returning from the dead. The film opens up in a graveyard, and that's where the zombie starts coming, and then they make their way to a house and barricade themselves in there. And George A. Romero, man, he has got a lot to say in all of his films. This one is no exception. And this film at the time was groundbreaking for casting the black actor Dwayne Jones, which he does an incredible job in this movie. Actually, a lot of people are gonna like gasp when I say this, I'm sure, but I prefer his performance in this to Tony Todd's. Now, I'm not speaking light of Tony Todd. Tony Todd is just in a master class of his own. In Candyman, I think he's incredible. He is incredible in the remake of The Night of the Living Dead. But man, you got to give it to Dwayne Jones. Just amazing, amazing. I love this film. Everything about this film I think is incredible. Special features. You're getting a lot of special features in this as well. As far as new stuff, I've never really looked into seeing if there's like anything brand new, but I'm not really seeing anything in here that sticks out to me that is brand new. Just a lot of archival stuff. It's a pretty extensive list. No Dolby Vision in this. It is unfortunate. There for a while, Criterion, it seemed to be, was not really putting a lot out in Dolby Vision. They since have, but at least in this release, you're not getting that. It would look a whole lot better in Dolby Vision, especially with black and white. Those films in Dolby Vision, I think, look incredible. So it's a shame we're not getting this in that HDR. But regardless, it's an incredible film. Everyone should have this in their collection. This is what, number 5? We have George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Moving on to number 4, guys, we are staying in the horror genre. This is a film from 1962, and we have Carnival of Souls. Now, this is one, too, I hadn't watched until actually the last Criterion sale. My buddy Chris, Bearded Film Guy, he recommended this to me, and he said, look, I think this is a must in everybody's collection. So I picked it up per his recommendation, and I could not agree more. This is about this girl who she is in a car accident. The car jumps over a bridge into a little river or lake below. She does get out. She gets a job as a church organist. And while all this is going on, she starts to see ghosts and spirits start to kind of make themselves known to her. And I will say, for a film in 1962, there's some scary scenes, and even scenes that shocked me, and I was kind of startled me. There's a scene where she's driving and a face just appears in her passenger window. There's a couple scenes like that, man. It's spooky, but iconic film. Everyone should have this in their collection. Now, this one is just a Blu-ray. They don't have a 4K for this. Hopefully, one day, I think it would be awesome to have a 4K for this, because this is just an amazing film. So, check it out if you haven't. Number 4 in my must-own Criterion list, we have got Carnival of Souls. Now, moving on to the 3rd in my list. This is another Blu-ray release. This is from David Cronenberg, and we have got The Brood. Now, some of you are wondering, Jordan, there's a better release out there from Second Sight, a 4K at that, and I agree with you. I think technically that is a better release, but we're talking about Criterion here, and that is a UK company, and a lot of people don't want to pay those really, let's be honest, they're expensive releases, these big, nice box sets. I would argue they're worth the money, but some people aren't going to want to buy that. And when they have this option for $20, especially right now during the sale, this film, man, this film is a slow burn. I will say that. And that's the only knock. I don't know if it's a knock because I do enjoy slow burns, but I guess for some people, that's why I'm saying it's a knock, because some people don't like slow burns. It is a slow burn. However, the payoff and the ending is so worth the investment into this movie. You have Oliver Reed in here, who is a psychiatrist, where his practice is kind of fringe, right? It's kind of, I guess, out there in a way. My wife, she's a therapist, and she was watching it. She goes, I can't remember what she called it, but she goes, there is practices that do this. Now, of course, in this, they dramatize it a little bit. But I think his performance in this is the standout performance in this film. Such a great actor. And of course, when you pair him with David Cronenberg, I mean, you're going to get a masterpiece, right? And of course, at the end, like I said, you get that lovely David Cronenberg-esque gore and kind of weirdness about it. And it's great. I love it. Check it out, guys, if you haven't. We have got The Brood. All right, guys, number 2, we're getting a little more into, I would say, maybe a little harder to watch. This is a 4K right here, and this is a film from Ingmar Bergman, and we have got The Seventh Seal. Now, this is an old release. This is from 1957, and it's in Swedish. So that's why I'm saying this might be a little hard for some people to watch. You got to watch it in subtitles. But there also is, I believe, there is an English dubbed track. It doesn't sound as good. If I was to recommend it, I would watch it in the original audio with the subtitles. It sounds better. This film follows a knight during the medieval crusades, and it's during the plague. And the whole film is him dealing with death. You got the plague and death. And what's really cool is throughout this film, he has a chess match with death itself. And I think that concept is so cool. This is actually the only Ingmar Bergman film I have ever seen. I believe there's a Criterion box set out there. I don't have it, obviously, but man, you guys really need to check this out. Like I said, I'm placing this film in the probably harder to watch, but definitely recommend if you guys feel like you want to tackle this film. It's definitely worth it, guys. My number 2 pick, we have got The Seventh Seal. All right, guys, we have one more to talk about. Now, like I said, these aren't in order of, like, you should pick it up and must own. I more or less put these in order of super easy to watch, everyone could enjoy, too. There's maybe a select few, and it might be a little harder to get through. So that's how these are ordered. So take note of that when I recommend this one. Still pick this one up nonetheless. This is a David Lynch film. I think this is his weirdest film. This film, when I saw it, I was even like, what in the world? And of course, we're talking about his debut feature right here from 1977, Eraserhead. Look, I've seen this film twice. I still don't know what it's about, to be honest. And there's been people that have dissected it, like, oh, well, this represents this, and this represents this. And, oh, this scene right here represents this. And I'm like, look, I mean, I could see what you're trying to, like, put together, but I don't see it. But you telling me, sure. But there's no way I could have come to that on my own. And if I remember correctly, David Lynch doesn't even remember writing this script for this. So that just goes to show what kind of film it is. But being a film by David Lynch himself and his debut release and just how weird this film is, you gotta check it out, man. I mean, there are scenes where it feels, you almost can't even explain this, but it just doesn't follow logic. And then all of a sudden, you wind up in a factory, and that's where the term Eraserhead comes in. But then it goes back into the story of it's crazy, it's weird, but it's a lot of fun, and you guys definitely should check this release out. And what's interesting about this is a 4K restoration. So hey, maybe we might get a 4K of this. I could see this would be a great 4K. I will say this. Special features, you're getting 6 short films in this from David Lynch. You're getting 6 Men Getting Sick, The Alphabet, The Grandmother, The Amputee Volume 1 and Volume 2. And you're also getting Premonitions Following an Evil Deed. All with video introductions from Lynch himself. You're getting a new documentary featuring interviews with actors Charlotte Stewart and Judith Roberts, assistant to the director Catherine Coulson, and cinematographer Frederick Elms. Archival stuff in here. So definitely check this one out, guys. I highly recommend you guys picking this up. That's my number 1 in this list. We've got Eraserhead. Oh, and then I forgot to mention, guys, I think this is my number 3 pick of The Brood. You have a whole nother film in this that I don't think is mentioned a lot. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. You're getting the original Crimes of the Future, not his remake, but this is the original from 1970 in here. So another reason why I really like this release. But guys, that is my 10 recommendations that you should pick up this Criterion sale over at Barnes & Noble, with one honorable mention, guys. And once again, guys, links for all these will be down below. Guys, let me know what are some of your favorite Criterion releases, and what are some releases that you have or plan to be picking up this 50% off sale. I'd love to see what you guys are picking up. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And of course, you all take care.